Okay.
Ready to start?
I think back then when Jurong Island was open to the public, you do see wedding couples coming into Jurong Island to take wedding shots.
Where can we do offshore? So I look around at Sentosa, then the STB jump. Please don't touch my island.
We thought we were bold, but DP and Lee thought we were not bold enough. Before Jurong Island was born, it was really made up of 7 small separate islands.
You had to take a boat from Jurong Pier to get to the different islands. And it was an extra bumpy, about 30 minutes ride. Much worse when it rained.
I call them the Mary Poppin days. You know, one hand with an umbrella, and the other hand with my handbag. You have to try your luck and jump onto the speedboat and hope for the best. We usually have to buy our lunch or even dinner before coming in to work by boat.
Really a very tedious process to get to the island every day. Not just the people coming in, all the cargoes and logistics coming in was really tough.
Well, Singapore has been in the oil refining business for a long time. But one petrochemical complex is not enough. So we decided, why don't we go full steam downstream? Not just one petrochemical complex, we add another 2 or 3 more. So we need a bigger island, so I said, okay, why don't we reclaim? One of the days I was flying from Karimun back to Singapore, I passed over Jurong Island, asked the pilot, can you fly down to 50 meters? I could see that the waters around the 7 islands are very shallow. So I put a proposal to reclaim and build a chemical island. What we wanted at Jurong Island was one island with every chemical industry there. Chemical industry A supplies with chemical B, chemical industry B supplies to chemical C. So the whole island is actually integrated.
PCS as a pioneer actually kick-started the downward integration from the existing refineries then into the chemical industry. But before anything could happen, the land needs to be reclaimed and investments need to be secured.
One of my first tasks after joining JTC was the recommendation to merge the 7 islands. Looking at them from Pulau Sakra in my first recce, I felt the immensity of the task at hand. EDB began marketing efforts before the island was even built.
When Philip Yeo was marketing Jurong Island to Mitsui, all he could point to was the water. There was no land. The landscaping, the master planning, you got to focus on all that all at the same time.
And the key that EDB and JCC are very determined to get things done. There's a lot of faith and trust that we are able to deliver. We have no raw material, we have no land, we have no market. But yet it managed to build a petrochemical industry.
Starbucks. Well, I think this was one of the exciting additions that we have on Jurong Island back in the old days. When Starbucks was opened, a lot of us were making that extra effort to drive all the way to Oasis where Starbucks is.
Every few months, when I visited the island, something new was built. It was quite an exciting time. From the beginning, there were great efforts to plant trees and soften the look of Jurong Island so that it didn't look too much like a typical industrial estate. The island feels very peaceful and calm.
It must be about the day we opened the road lane, I think. I was standing besides DPM. We put him on the vehicle. I think with a number of us all sharing the risk on the vehicle, traveling along the road lane.
Before the road link, it was easy for liquid products like chemicals to be moved through pipelines, but not so for solid products like polymers. The highway really eased transport costs and time significantly.
Every day there are goods vehicles going in, people coming in and out. Right? It's almost a thriving industrial hub.
The day after September 11, temporary access to come into Jurong Island was immediately set up. And all of us were stuck outside the gantry for at least over 2 hours.
If something similar happened to Jurong Island, Singapore will be badly affected. We had to fortify the island, and we got to survey the island from land, sea and sky.
When it was fully established, we have 100 companies on Jurong Island. So Jurong Island is not just a petrochemical industry, but a lot of utilities were built.
It is also a sort of testing ground for new technologies. All the breakthroughs we have had in sustainability are then shared and put to good use across the island.
The island is still as important as ever, not only for the industry, but for Singapore. It has to evolve and stay relevant and continue contributing to Singapore's manufacturing.
We've come a long way since. Nowadays, people take for granted how easy it is to travel to Jurong Island.
I think the spirit of Jurong Island is very unique. There's so much connectivity and collaboration on Jurong Island. You do feel very proud to be working on Jurong Island as a Singaporean.
When I met companies in countries like China or Japan, they knew Jurong Island.
I think the first thing they are always amazed is the scale of the island. How did Singapore manage to achieve such a feat of bringing all these companies together as a world-class petrochemical and chemical hub?
For a project of this scale, you need many agencies to come together. It pushes us to move aggressively and bring our visions to reality.
Sustainability is the next big thing, and Jurong Island must maintain a pioneering spirit to drive this forward.
If we can give more awareness to the youth about this industry and at the same time increase the connectivity access to the mainland, that would be fantastic for Jurong Island.
Change is the only constant. We have to recognize, accept, adapt, and really push forward.
We must have people who have an idea and they believe in it, and they must have determination to succeed.
Think long term, lay out the vision, and execute it with tenacity.